economics, politics, sports, friends, family, our kids. So many things that clamor for our attention. So many things that distract and attract. So many different things that we need, at least we feel like we need to do, we need to participate in, we need to be a part of. Maybe for you that's simply the NFL. You just want to watch football. But do we make time for God? My name is Pastor Nkemba Ndjungu, and I'm hoping through this brief video that you will be able to just stop and join me and join all of us here at The Way as we seek to discern the will of God in our lives, as we intentionally give a few minutes to God out of the so many hours that He has given us. And today, as you notice on the screen, we are talking about Hebrews chapter 9 verses 15 to 18. Fascinating scripture. It talks about covenants and testaments and wills, and it sounds all so complex when you read it. It may sound a bit ambiguous, a bit confusing, but remember this, keep this in mind. Read all of it with simply the word testament, which is the Greek word diatheke that we have in the text, and then everything begins to make sense all of a sudden. You see, what the text is telling us is that Jesus has made this new covenant with God on our behalf that now includes all of us Gentiles who were not part of the first covenant. For those of you who don't know, the first covenant was one that God made with the people of Israel, and He promised to Abraham that I will be your God, you will be my people. God was going to be just the God of the Israelites, nobody else. But when Jesus came and died, He made a new covenant or a new testament that allowed for all of us to become children of God. But beyond that, the text talks about another testament, a will, if you will. This will, what it does is it gives us an inheritance, because once you know it, that's a will does. That's what a will does, right? Well, what exactly are we inheriting? What we are inheriting is the promise that was made to Abraham and the Israelites in the first place. So not only has Jesus come and made this new covenant and made us children of God, but because He died, that is a necessary condition in order for a will to kick into effect. That means that we are now grafted onto the original covenant as well. So not only are we getting this brand new covenant, this brand new promise, but we are being included in the original promise that God will be our God. We are not replacing the original people, the Israelites that is, no, but we are joining them. This is the beauty, this is the power of this text, this is the amazing power that Jesus displayed by giving His life for all of us. So maybe there are moments or areas in your life where you feel like you've missed out on. Just like the Gentiles missed out on the promise that God originally made to the Israelites until Jesus came around. Well, ever since Jesus came around, everything has been afforded us. So maybe it's in your relationship life that you feel like you've missed out on. Maybe it's that special relationship with your children, you feel like there's been a disconnect. Maybe it's that relationship with God, or maybe it's in your finances, maybe it's in your education, or maybe it's something else that I have not been able to name here, but that you in your heart know, or at least you feel like you've missed out on. Well, to you and to me and to all of us, God is saying today, whatever you have missed out on, because of Jesus' sacrifice, I am giving you that on which you have missed out. But again, I'm giving you even so much more than you could ever think or imagine. So join us as we get on our way and march on to the God of love whose promise can never be denied, whose promise never changes, and whose mercies are new every day. Come on, let's get on the way.
I don't have time to maintain the